It's the art of bombing.
2020 though, man, we gotta shut down certain sweets. That's just important. It's a new decade, new era. We gotta let go of certain things like fruitcake. We gotta let that go. I don't know what we're doing. If you weren't born in the 1830s, what are you doing? I don't know what you're doing. We also gotta let go of pumpkin pie in 2020. We gotta shut that down. I know demographically I'm gonna lose some of you, but listen to me. This is not. Listen, I'm not. Listen, don't look at me like that. I'm not even saying pumpkin pie's not tasty. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying we can't have 2 orange pies at the cookout. You know, that's all I'm saying. I get it. There's power in the pumpkin. You know what I'm saying? I know. I see you. There's pumpkin's a seasonal fruit for white women. I understand. I get it. I'm with you. You give a 36-year-old white woman a pumpkin latte, a scarf, and some wedges, she'll gentrify a neighborhood. I understand. I get how it works.
So I'll start stand-up, just backdrop here. I don't know how much backstory you want, but just to set the framework, I started stand-up in 2010. And in 2012, my wife and I and my oldest son, who was 2.5 at the time, we moved to China. We moved to Shanghai, China. And so in Shanghai, China, I'm doing stand-up. I connect with a great group of comics there, Kung Fu comedy, and things are great. Specifically, all right, we're probably about 9 months into our stay in Shanghai. And I've gotten a feel for what works in Shanghai. I've gotten a feel of the club, right, that's there. I know what's up now. Okay, I'm comfortable, right? So the show, it's a Friday night show, 9 o'clock show. Everybody's cooking. The host cooks. The opener cooks. It's cooking, right? I'm the feature. And I'm doing maybe I'm doing a half hour. And so long story short is I go up there for 15 minutes, Dan, and just murder. And I don't use that word just lightly, okay? It was a good time. You understand? It was just one of those nights where things are just clicking, just boom, boom, everything. They're laughing at the setup. They're laughing at riffs. They're laughing at tags. It's beautiful. For 15 minutes, blood and guts. And I think to myself, oh man, I should switch it up. I think to myself, things are going so well. Let's live on the edge. I think to myself, let's do all new, never before said, untested material for 15 more minutes. And so,
no.
I mean, they're at a spot where I'm like, oh, they're laughing at anything. Like I could throw spaghetti at the wall and it'll crush. And so I threw spaghetti uncooked at the wall for 15 minutes. And I bombed so hard. It was night and day. It was like I was 2 different comics. It was a whole different beast. For 15 more straight minutes, nothing. Crickets, no laughs, premises, tags, riffs, crowd work. They turned on me respectfully in a flip of a dime. You understand what I'm saying? Yep. And I was so in my head. I was so like outer body. Like, I don't know if you ever had an outer body experience where you're looking at yourself like, dude, what bail? Like, go back to something you wrote before. But I don't know if it was pride, fear, what it was. But I just continued to bomb for 15 more minutes. And here's the cherry on top. What have you done for me lately? So when they say, yo, give it up for Damon Sumner, they give it up for the last 15 minutes. They don't remember the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It was like golf claps. I was destroyed internally. Y'all make some noise for Damon Sumner. They were like, I guess. Is that the count? I go, there's the main floor where the club is, and then there's the upstairs, like a bar, bathroom, like pool hall, whatever. I go upstairs. I'm gonna be honest. I've never told this story to anybody really. I go upstairs, listen to me, and I hide in the bathroom.
Oh wow!
For about 10. I hide enough times where a long enough time where I'm like, I think everybody's gone. I hide in a stall, right, where I'm just breathing. I'm drying myself off, and I'm contemplating. I think this is it for me. I think that was a good run. I think I got to shut this whole dream chasing thing down. And I just sit in a stinky stall in Shanghai, China for like 10 to 15 minutes. And I'm just like, I wait till the crowd leaves. I come back. Everybody was like, I thought you left. Oh, no, I had to take a phone call, man. I had to handle some business. And I got my stuff and I went home. And that is that is one of the worst nights of comedy I ever had. That started off so good.
Yeah, that's amazing because I and I suppose now you know as a comic being doing it as long as you have where you can feel comfortable enough doing new material but knowing if it's not going well to switch back. But that like early in it, it's just like, oh man, I could just imagine
Oh my
how
goodness.
you know you're feeling the crowd and you're just like, let's do it. Take that risk, they're on my side.
Yeah, I was just full, and it was probably more ignorance than ego, in my opinion, right? It was probably more, at that time I probably had been doing it 2.5, 3 years.
Yep.
I'm not a seasoned comic. I'm not a great comic at this moment. As a performer, as a writer, as an adapter on the fly, right? Like you just talked about, right? So it was like I was a deer in the headlights. By the time I had got like 3, 4 minutes into it, I was like, I don't know how to get out. And I'm looking around and they're looking at me like, what did you do to us? Like, why did you betray us? I'm like, why did y'all betray me? And so everybody's offended. Everybody's frustrated. Everybody's annoyed. And it was just one of those times where looking back, I didn't have a lot of tools on the tool belt and I just kind of had to live with it.
It's the art of bombing.